Gotta be a bit more careful how you approach these fights, but other than that, like, you don't care about TA, you can jump over the shards. There's one counter that's gonna be Doom, and I also like the counter that they have against Doom. This is Shaker. You don't want to take a fight, you Fisher, like even like you just block them off so they can't get close. I think T Governor had a really good point that this might be really back and forth game. I don't see this being a stomp by any means. Aster, of course, they are gonna threaten Roshan at the early, like 15-ish minutes. Deso and TA plus Pango tag team, Enchantress with a creep. But yeah, knowing Emo, he's the player to look at in this game. Like his performance, if he does well, I think they win the game.
Yeah, they have him on the playmaker, this Queen of Pain, and you know he has switched to the safe lane when he used to be that mid. He had at one point called himself the god of the mid lane. And, you know, he would play like a god with these heroes like Queen of Pain. So it's interesting to see where they've got Dust on the Shadow Fiend and what they're going to be able to accomplish with these heroes. While for Aster, we've seen good performances from TAs in the past. We saw a great performance from a Doom yesterday, or, well, for some earlier today with the OG roster. They had DM on the Doom, and it felt like he was playing perfectly on that hero with great execution. Doom can be one of the strongest heroes of the map.
Yeah, this time around, XXS, he already knows what he's going to go for. It seems like it's going to be Meteor Hammer, Hand of Midas into BKB. No shenanigans. Emo will reconnect back to the game immediately. I love watching Emo on camera. He's not clicking at the moment, but he does have like 300 APM at least.
I'd love to get an APM.
He's going to play like this. Yeah, I want to see Emo playing while standing.
You think anybody does? Like they have a standing desk?
Probably. I mean, it's good for casting. I'm not sure how good for playing it is.
Yeah, it would be interesting. You get a little bit more blood flow. I feel like you're just more energy out and about. We see Emo trying to get everything squared away, puts that headset on, types in G. He's ready to go. And so are we coming into game
look
number
at the
one.
clicks. Game is paused. He's clicking everything.
Yeah. Do you click that much when you play Dota?
I do. I click APM on my courier. I click on the different sides of the map all the time. And Emo with another pause.
We see Jang Yu looking over at Emo like, all right,
bro,
come on. What's going on here? What are you doing over there in the god position? You can see maybe Pichu not too happy about it. They're already looking a little bit annoyed, waiting for the unpause to come, but somebody's trying to fix it, it seems like, and maybe it's a headset thing, because you could see, you know, Emo's taking off the headset, trying to fix some audio. That's my assumption.
Yeah, maybe the Windows update, you know, it always messes up with the audio. Somehow manages to find a way. Either it's Dota, Discord, Ventrilo, Skype, whatever.
Ventrilo, okay.
We're going back in time. Whatever you're using,
yeah.
MIRC.
Jeez.
That wasn't an audio program, but whatever.
Going old school there. You ever cast from home and just have Windows Update automatically start? Your computer is restarting. What?
Never happened to me.
Oh. Just me? Okay. Yeah, he's trying to figure it out. You like this voice line? This alliance? Muda, 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 muda.
Not sure what it means, but yeah, I like the spammy ones.
Yeah.
This one definitely sounds like one.
There's a spammy one I've heard once before. It's Praise the Mood of Mene.
It's a good one, yeah.
So we're getting word that it is from anime. So,
how do you not know that?
How do I not know that? Well, you know, the days of me watching consistent anime have not been long past. I just can't. I have trouble committing to
Bobica wants to go.
Animes. Yeah,
Bobica is
5v0, of course. Yeah, that's me in a pub where I'm spamming F9 to get the game unpaused.
What if he unpauses and gets Rampage, pauses the game, they come back?
What happened?
Bobica has Dragonlance
to start
1 minute into the game.
Yeah. Yeah, so that says death, 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 death. I don't know which anime it's from, but You an anime enjoyer over there?
I've seen a couple. I watched Dota 1, of course. I watched Castlevania. That's a good one. Probably my favorite one. Death Note.
Any good ones? Death Note's okay.
Death Note, well, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Not sure if I watched anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff like that. Pokemon before when I was younger.
So, when you were watching Yu-Gi-Oh!, did you then buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards afterwards?
No, I did buy Pokemon cards.
Okay, well, nobody knows how to play the Pokemon TCG game, or at least when I was growing up, nobody did.
So you just collected the cards?
Yeah, but Yu-Gi-Oh!
That game wasn't really complicated.
I didn't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Either. So we just played like it was the TV show because the rules didn't matter in the anime. They were just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to Blue Eyes White Dragon, 3 of them right now, and I win. I'm Kaiba. Meanwhile, in the card game, you had to, like, sacrifice and, you know, there's special ways to get these cards out onto the battlefield. I don't really understand it. The show just seemed to just skip rules.
No, I was a Pokemon trainer. I was actually going to the tournaments in Pokemon cards and got a couple of badges as well.
You left town when you were like 11 years old, and
yeah, I actually had to leave town because the tournament was in a different city.
That's the Pokemon dream.
Actually, now that I'm thinking, where are my badges? Who took my badges?
Were you on the
Probably
road to
my parents' house.
Were you on the road to Viridian City?
No, I was road to Zagreb at the time.
Same thing. I feel like those are close in spelling. But yeah, the Pokemon TCG always confused me. There was this great Yu-Gi-Oh! Right after he beats Maximilian Pegasus. Sorry, spoilers. There was this great part where Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Yugi, he has to go up against Duke Devlin in Dungeon Dice Monsters. You remember that?
No.
Dimension the dice. And he pushed the dice into the screen. How did he do that?
You seem super hyped about
Dude,
it.
that was my favorite part of Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game didn't matter. Dungeon Dice Monsters, chef's masterpiece. It was so good.
We have 9 out of 10 in the lobby. In the game. The only one who's missing is Emo.
Still. So hoping he comes back soon. So yeah, you dimension the dice. You would get and Joey went against Duke Devlin, and if he lost, he had to be Duke Devlin's cheerleader in a dog suit. Obviously, the show's not called Joey Wheeler, it's called Yu-Gi-Oh! So Joey got slapped.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that he actually won. It's like...
And, you know, then Yugi had to go get revenge.
I like the good twist. When I'm watching a movie, I don't want to see good guys win, but with anime, with a show that you said, you know, called Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course he's going to win.
Yeah. He's there, and Joey Wheeler is just trying to support him. Hey, Yugi, go get Duke Devlin. All right. Oh, it's the name of the show. It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
I got to say, Beakup, I have not seen you as happy. Like
talking about Dungeon Dice Monsters and Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, yeah, you always get to throw the Joey Wheeler accent out there. It's pretty fun. You know, that game made no sense, too. He's like, I got 3 different dice of 4 different colors, and here they go. This one means attack mode. I had no idea what was going on. They made a whole video game out of it, though. It was on the Game Boy Advance. Great system. And the Onyx Silver Game Boy SP, the one that flipped open.
Oh, you were a rich kid, weren't you?
That was me trading in a lot of things to GameStop back when you know, they gave good value.
Let's go.
So into game 1 we go again, and let's see if this is going to stick around this time. Looks like Emo's all set. You can tell by the amount of clicks and tabs he's pressing. Looks ready to go. So here we are. Bounty runes are spawned. And it's going to be 3 for 1. XXS stealing that one away from Dust. We have seen Bobica on this Enchantress. I love talking about it. He feels like he's always trying to be Yugi, the main character. He'll go into the impetus pretty heavily. Dragonlance. Sometimes we'll see that Hurricane Pike from this 4-position Bobica. Enchantress. So
Pichu. He also does have a block of his own. Shaker plus Tusk. You can choose where you want to take these fights. Near the ramps, PYW will block off the creep wave, so they are close. The creeps are closer to the tower. And Emo starting with Scream of Pain.
Well, how do you feel about that? Scream of Pain first, Emo now moving mid. He's back to the mid lane. He should have confidence with this hero.
It's for securing the range creep instead of going for Shadow Strike, so you still deal damage, you push out the wave, you secure the range creep, deal some damage to Pangolier as well. XWY, using Shield Crash, Emo, as soon as he gets to that level 2, puts a point in Shadow Strike. This is no blink, I would say, until like level 4, maybe even level 5, because he doesn't care about rotations. This matchup is really good. Oh, God.
Monet blown up here, and PYW helping out JNU. You know, he's on that revenge tour right now.
I definitely didn't expect this one to happen. Good Fisher block, and we've seen lately that Timbersaws are going for Whirling Death Timber Chain instead of getting points in reactive armor. So they want to maximize their damage output. Great start for Timber in this game. First Blood, just 100 gold away from Ring of Health, so doesn't need to put points in reactive armor.
Yeah,
or at least early on.
It really makes you think, right? Because reactive armor is like this great spell, this great passive, and if you're skipping it to go for Whirling Death and Timber Chain, like, it must be a great combo, and we have seen how strong it is. It's kind of disgusting. XXS getting the kill there on QIQX. Let's see what he's doing. We saw yesterday an interesting one, and going to do the same. So going level 3 on the Devour. May not even take it there. We have seen some Dooms kind of hold off on it for a moment.
Bobica, again, very annoying. Uses all of his mana pool early on just to get those impetus shots in. And they do get a kill. I mean, I love level 2 Infernal Blade on Doom. Gives you so much more kill threat. BYW.
Just the fight over there while bottom they're trading XWY. He's also getting pushed out of lane with that Shadow Strike. Not a fun time for him in this lane at the moment. Emo has gone 2-0-1, so no blink retreat for him.
Oh no, he missed a raise.
Yeah, that means not a lot of damage coming out on an XXS, and they're still going to chase QIQX, and they will get the kill with the Scorched Earth. Dust might be next on the menu. Infernal Blade in a second. They're still chasing. Bobica has impetus, and they'll get the kill out of Dust.
That's like 500 damage from 2 impetus shots from Bobo. This lane not going well. This is a disaster already. XXS with his Doom, point in Infernal Blade. As soon as he missed the raise on Shadowfeed, they start to play aggressive immediately.
So it ended up being 1,200 damage from the Doom, and 700 from that Enchantress in that bottom lane. I mean, a typical Bobica, right?
Pretty much. Queen of Pain doesn't have a point in Blink Strike, and this is what we mentioned. So Bobica will make a rotation here.
They have the Centaur to throw out that War Stomp. Now they'll go to the Scream. Bobica just throwing some damage out, and like you said, he doesn't have that Blink, so he's just getting run down. If they keep the Vision, they've got the Enchant. He needs the shot to get the kill. So Bobica coming in and getting a kill on the Emo.
What a nice read. He knows the matchup. It was probably also XWY who calls it, says Queen of Pain's not gonna put a point in Blink Strike because she wants to play as aggressive as possible. And then he finds a really good creep, gets the kill, kind of shuts down this aggression from Queen of Pain. And XWY is recovering in a bad matchup. Let's see if Dust can land those raises now.
And there's a raise. XXS, nobody to help him out. Infernal Blade, he'll die. Goes down to Dust. They just don't have Bobica there as he is still sitting over mid. So he gets boots. And Bobica, 5 CS, but he is sitting with a decent amount of gold. He's actually pretty close to where XWY is because he's getting slapped a little bit in this lane.
5 CS, 4 kills involved.
Yeah, 4-4, he's 100%. Doing a great job. So he's got this Wild Wing. Now he's got access to the Hurricane. And with XXS coming over, I would assume Hurricane to pull him back towards the Doom. But good job there by QIQX to throw the cogs down.
Infernal Blade did not connect. If he gets hit by Infernal Blade, that mini stun would be able to chase him down under Impetus. And Enchant is also available. Dust.
Yeah, bottom lane again. Impetus shots. And Dust just forced to go onto the tower. Lost the Wild Wing, so didn't have access to that Hurricane. It was still on cooldown for a little bit anyway. Things for Aster, despite mid not being that great, look okay overall. I think that's also due to the fact that Bobica is kind of having a game right now.
He always does. When he plays Enchantress, we'll get Observer Ward, we'll get the Sentry, which does allow him to backstab Queen of Pain. Potentially one more time. Emo, this time, does have Blink Strike available.
I was going to say, if he didn't have Blink available anymore, that would have felt really bad. A bit of shot, double damage picked up for Emo. Fissure on XWY, and there's the Blink back from Emo. He's got 3 heroes here. Battery Assault with the Cogs, and the kill onto Bobica. So this time the rotation doesn't go right, because fortunate for Emo, he picks up a double damage. XWY. Ooh, shards. Emo, he blinked in.
Classic Emo. Let's
does
go.
not have himself a blink out, but he does have the damage and just running
Make
in.
it triple.
XWY getting himself Pichu. Triple kill for Emo.
Love the aggression. I love when he plays like this. Goes for these kills. They do scout out the big camp that has been stacked near the enemy outpost, and PYW in the right spot behind him with the Fissure secures triple kill for Emo. I said that Emo, if he's the one having a good game, that they have really high chances of winning this one. Puts another point in Scream of Pain, a bit low in mana. Maybe someone wants to die, refill his bottle. Oh no, XXS.
Yeah, Raze is coming in. Battery Assault, Cogs in the kill. QYQX taking out this Doom. So they've got the enchant to slow down this Clockwork, but just don't have the damage.
They were kind of off to a bad start in this bottom lane, couple of kills, but managed to recover. Dust going into Mask of Madness next. That's what seems to be the case. Wants to amplify his farm as much as possible into Dragonlance BKB so he can farm the triangle.
1K net worth lead right now for IG. And their 3 cores are really starting to pull up and away. Monet, he's sticking close to the bottom core on IG, but now with how poorly XWY is doing and with the Doom slowed down a little bit, Monet's got a lot of pressure on him to break out in this game.
Here it comes, the bottle refill. I want to see them play more around Emo. Both supports are there trying to secure the rune. It's going to be Arcane. UIW.
Fissure.
Forced to pick it up, but this will result in a kill.
Yeah, Pichu's going to die eventually, I'd say. No,
Nice play there. He tried to go for it, but a little bit of bunk.
Unable
hits
to
his
get to
head
high ground.
onto the cliff. They should know that there is vision now, considering the play that he decided to go for. Echo Slam, not available yet, PYW. Thinking about going for this big camp.
Yeah, all right, you could try. Or
He's going for
is the ward worth it? Yeah, Tumblr's toy, all right.
Loses 600 HP.
Value Town. Jang Yu, he'll Timber Chain away. They see the stack, they gotta see if they can maybe try and swipe it. Especially with Scream of Pain almost to level 4. Maybe possible. I'd be interested to see it. They're gonna go bottom. They want to shut down XXS again. But he is level 6. 2-3-1 build. That means no Doom on Doom.
Oh, it's 2-3-1-1-1. So level 7 on Doom while he's actually level 6.
Oh.
Emo, ready to jump in.
Yeah, jumping forward, Shadow Strike, and there's the ult. Easy kill on XXS. Emo coming down to the bottom lane, but Emo taking some damage, and XWY makes the rotation to get the kill on the Queen of Pain, as well as find QYQX.
This is a problem with Queen of Pain. You misposition yourself at these early levels. Blink Strike, you get in. It's a long cooldown, 12 seconds, so you're just like a normal hero, and then you die. So who got the last hit? It was XWY, 400 gold for him. Monet, near the outpost, getting those big stacks. PYW, maybe thinking about getting in, stealing some of these big ones with the Fissure, level 3 Fissure. There's also Lance of Pursuit inside that camp.
Yeah, on the ground, but he won't get any of these creeps, and they will pick up that Lance of Pursuit. Jang Yu, 1-4-2-1, so a lot in on the Timber Chain. Chakra, Meld Strike, and a little bit of damage spilled onto the Timber, but nothing really doing. And there's that Mask of Madness for Dust. So they smoke up, They're going towards top. They want to shut down Monet. They feel like he's the only one who's really progressing in the moment, but XWY, with the kills that he got, he recovered into the middle ground here in the net worth. Traps down, hookshot lands, Monet in some trouble. There is nobody here to save this TA. He has been all alone for a while, and that means that IG are going to abuse that and get the kill onto the Templar Assassin.
2 supports on IG doing one hell of a job, rotating, getting the kills. You see QIQX involved in 5 kills, PYW in 6. Didn't die a single time, finds a really good item for himself, Tumbler's Toy, so that's extra mana. Doesn't need to go for mana boots this time. We'll probably go back to mana boots at one point, but 1,000 gold away from a Blink Dagger on Earthshaker without even taking a tower. They take a tower right now, so some extra gold from that as well. Oh.
Echo Slam, Fissure, but there's the Snowball, Swashbuckle, and PYW getting chased. Good shards to block him in. Rolling Thunder with the Shield Crash. They'll get the kill. But Ulti
nice
and XWI and the Sonic Wave will drop to 4 heroes combined.
Not sure what the plan there was for PYW. This is level 1 Aftershock. It always looks so cool, but in terms of damage, it really isn't there. But in terms of trade also, not that bad. They trade Pangolier, who's still 300 gold away from the Fusel Blade, so delaying his timing on it. Now Witchblade picked up by Emo. It's going to be some extra overtime damage. Also want to see if he starts to put more points in Blink Strike. Leave Shadow Strike only level 2, so he can maneuver inside those fights. Get maybe level 10 talent, 11 strength, too good of a talent to pass on.
Wait, you don't like the 20 damage?
20 damage is also fine, but extra 220 HP just feels too good.
Yeah, it's a good chunk of HP. We'll bring him about 20% more HP with that. Monet near with Bobica and XWY. Also has Pichu. Trying to do his thing, and going here on the Dust might be the right call if they're able to grab him, but they've also got Clockwork off to the side, ready with a hook shot if they do make that play for a counter attempt. And there's the trap, Snowball, Requiem.
Ooh,
Snowball
that
hits
was
right as
close.
the Requiem is about to go off. Now they've got the Walrus Punch.
Try again.
Can he get this ult off? Yes, he can. Lands on 3. They'll go after XWY. They'll get a kill on both him and Pichu.
That was nicely done. He's also really tanky.
That's the emo. IG.
Getting multiple kills in different lanes, this was also just Arcane Rune, Queen of Pain that didn't even commit with the Sonic Wave, but nice Requiem there. I want to see that again. That was beautiful done. They have limited amount of stuns that they can throw at him.
They were putting it, you know, pretty well, but then there's that gap in lockdown, right? Then Requiem goes off. So Snowball hits, trying it again. Walrus
Great
Punch.
hook shot from Clockwork to stop that Rolling Thunder, and looks so beautiful. Getting double kill with the single raise. And QIQX also TP's out, gives him the high 5.
I'm a big fan of that. No, you can't die. You go for the high 5. Always feels nice. Enchant on the QIQX. Throws the cogs down. Shield crash. And the hook shot over to PYW to get the in the range of the mech.
PYW has Blink Dagger and 100 gold. I don't think you get asked for a better start on Earthshaker. Like, we've seen this hero from time to time. Isn't picked too often. But a lot of the times the hero does struggle. Like, you see 25-minute Blink Dagger, maybe with the shard in between because things are not going well. And now you're good to go. Like, you could literally play the game with Blink Dagger Earthshaker for 20 minutes and you're still going to have high impact.
He's under a ward right now, so they're going to see that he is getting this Blink Dagger. Do they ping it?
Oh, they just smoked underneath the ward.
There's a ping from Pichu. So they know.
Yeah, Pingchu just showed them where they are.
They do have Monet in their sights, though, so it may not matter. Blink, Echo. Monet stepping out right where they were smoked. It's a bit of a surprise where he's at. They still get the kill on a PYW. They throw the Doom on a Zhang Yu. The right clicks are in. The Rolling Thunder is forward. They get themselves a second, so it's not all bad for Aster. They were kind of ready for the counterplay, but losing Monet is a big price to pay for a fight like that.
Yeah. Again, delaying the timing on Team Aster. I think this is not like the best trade, but I think they're also okay, because right now they're putting some pressure on a mid tower. Bobica Oh, he needs to be careful here.
Yeah, he doesn't have any levels in the Nature's Attendant, so
Alrighty.
he'll attend to his wounds while he respawns.
Emo didn't type anything, but looking at his face, it was definitely a question mark.
Yeah, a little bit of a smile. You see a little bit of a smirk. He's happy. He's still clicking away.
He's also thinking, bought a casual Ogre Axe, thinking whether that needs to be a BKB or will I turn it into Kaya Sanj?
So, it's not the mouse that he's clicking, right? It's his keyboard. So, I'm just trying to figure out all the things he's doing now.
Why would he be clicking his mouse like that?
No, just but I'm noticing he's moving his fingers, like right-clicking to move. It was what, you know, I thought it was. But what is he pressing at all these times? Like, that's a lot of button input.
A habit, I would say. Like this, I always did it.
Does he just have a blank key that doesn't do anything and he's just always tapping that?
I always click my career for some reason.
Doesn't mess you up at all?
No. Well, now that I'm thinking of it, maybe that's why my career dies all the time.
Wonder if he's just constantly moving the camera. I'll have to look at player view. But it looks insane. Dragonlance, Deso for Monet going into the BKB. But we have seen this before. Now you've got this Deso, you need to make something happen. The charges need to come.
Aster wants to take a fight before there are no BKBs on IG. This is the timing that IG is looking for. 2 BKBs go for the pickoff and transition that into Roche. Let's see if they can get a pickoff here on Emo.
Blinks back and showing pretty early there for Monet, and that, well, puts Emo in a spot where he's just sitting around for the moment. He actually doesn't have a TP. So, let's see. They don't find him. They don't know he's around.
Sending out the illusions, trying to confuse them and maybe bait something. Right now, they are underneath the ward.
Yep. Snowball tag team, even the Rolling Thunder.
That's a big one.
Okay, Emo with the voice line. It's okay, at least we learned something. But what you've learned is that Rolling Thunder has found you. At least for the moment. And Swashbuckle, that connects. They're right on him. Shield Crash, maybe use the voice line a little bit too soon. Trapped down, Snowball lands. They go to the tag team. They've got the Walrus Punch, and they'll get the kill on Emo. And, well, that kind of hurts.
What a play from XWY. He finds him there with the Rolling Thunder, not knowing where he is. Just casually rolls into the jungle, and they used everything, pretty much. They used this Rolling Thunder. They showed way too many heroes. Also, we're sitting underneath the ward, so IG used this opportunity and takes Roshan. I think Evo should be pretty happy about this trade.
Yeah, not too terrible, especially you're putting an Aegis into the hands of someone who's top of the net worth for your team. Bobica, the ultra greedy, no heal, 4-4-0 build here for the Enchantress. Let's see, what does he have next on the docket? Dragonlance, maybe Hurricane Pike, I would assume. Could be next. They smoke for IG.
Emo is not there. He's not going to be able to TP, but he can TP, but can't really blink into the fight. They still have tier 1 tower. Warpine Raider will scout things out.
QIQX, he's seen, and Walrus Punch, Bobica off from the side, hook shot. Swashbuckle, Echo Slam on the 2, XXS, he's in trouble. Pops the BKB, Monet gets the kill on a PYW, they got the kill on a QIQX. But the Doom onto the Timber, Monet's got a TP, and Requiem won't be in time, as XWY will also say goodbye.
These fights from IG, they look pretty damn solid, I would say. Emo was not in a fight. He needed another like 100 gold to finish off his BKB. Now finally has it. Buys the... Oh, never mind. He wanted to buy the tome, but PYW bought the tome for himself. Wants to get that level 10 talent, Fisher damage. Let's see. Yeah, he picks it up for himself.
So we take a look at the odds there from esportsbet.io. It is favoring IG. Shards and Timber Chain not going to connect. The impetus shot starting to stack up here. And now Zhang Yu will finally get a chance to leave with the help of QIQX. Net worth is pretty even. So far, the panel has been very much correct. Back and forth game.
It is. Aegis still being held by Dust for another 3 minutes, going into Manta style next, so he's going to be able to... Ooh. Wow, if that Fissure connects, he bounces off of it, goes backwards. One more right click from Dust would do the trick.
Yeah, he was taking a lot of damage there. Not so safe in the Rolling Thunder. XWI, lowest farmed core at the moment. Not too far behind where Emo's at. Feels like Emo's game is heavily slowed down.
It does tend to happen with Queen of Pain. Like, you die once, you die twice. You need to be like on a constant pressure, going for these kills. Refraction, like we do have some tools to deal with it. Of course, Shadow Strike, Witchblade as well. Clockwork was going for Urn at one point, but decided to chat it up. And now we'll have Blade Mail on position 5 Clockwork. Dust takes the tower immediately. No real contest. 2 traps already laid down to see any kind of TPs near that tier 2 tower, but
Echo in 9.
They want to defend. They want to get something out of it.
Late TP from Dust. Can they defend? PYW, he's still chasing. They've got the Rocket Flare. They have the Fissure. They have the Blink. They'll jump on top. Hook shot. Monet in trouble. Echo Slam is there.
for him.
They go for Zhang Yu. They have the control. They'll have the Inferno Blade. They get the kill on and they'll make a trade. But IG, they still get the kill on Monet, and that's exactly what you want. You want to get him out of the fight, and XXS forced the BKB and TP out.
Knows that there's nothing to stop the TP with, because Clockwork already used the hook shot. Nice spell usage from IG. Does not allow Templar Assassins to use her BKB. They use, they lose Timbersaw, but I don't think they're, again, too sad about the trade.
Heaven's Halberd being built for XWI.
We've seen that build being a bit more popular than going for a shard. Instead, you pick up Heaven's Halberd, gives you that status resistance. You also want to have status resistance whenever you play against Earthshaker, so he can combo you.
Right. Want to be able to get away if he's going Fissure Totem Echo, right?
Yeah.
And he's got his shard already. PYW. Decent amount of farm. He's right here with Bobica in terms of farm. BKB looking for the Requiem. There's the hook shot. Monet now might be in trouble after the Requiem flies through, but he gets his BKB off, and the right clicks on to Pichu. They get the kill. They've got the disarm with the new Heaven's Halberd from XWI. They'll take the Aegis out of the hands of the Shadow Fiend. They already got the kill on a QIQX. Rolling Thunder won't land on top of Dust immediately, but coming back around, XXS with the Doom. They have the continued control, and Monet will take out Dust. Zhang Yu now bumped up into the air. This Rolling Thunder is about to end. Swashbuckle, so draining a little bit of that mana, but Aster won't continue to go.
Ooh. Dust also popped the BKB before Aegis maybe needed to save it. Ebo, I was watching what he's doing in a fight. He was standing on the high ground for like 10-15 seconds, waiting to find a good angle for Sonic Wave to push them away and maybe get out of the trouble, but it didn't really happen. So his contribution in the team fight, literally zero. Nothing. Nada.
Yeah, you need more than that, for sure. So, all of a sudden, Aster, they've got themselves a 3K lead. I feel like IG, they've had themselves good early moments here, and I would say have controlled the first 22 minutes or so of this game. It's not out of the way by any means where it's favoring Aster completely, but IG, they got to tighten up if they want to continue to where they've left off so far.
Yeah, I want to see them approach team fights like they did in the first 15-ish minutes. Right now, they are still underneath the ward. Do they have any sentries? They do.
Right.
Clockwork with the rocket. They even bring the courier from PYW. So right now, the vision from Aster is limited. Roshan could respawn in 2 minutes. I want to see them take another fight. Because SF just finished off his Manta style. Oh no.
They have so much control for Zhang Yu, but they get the hook shot through as well as the cogs around on 2. Chakram of these heroes, whirling death. Pichu, he's going to die. They end up trading supports, but they will finish off Zhang Yu as Monet now has himself 14 charges on that Deso.
He's popping off. A couple of fight manages to actually deal the damage on Templar Assassin. I don't think I like this Blade Mail and Clockwork. Not sure what this is for. Just there are better items for sure. If you want to like tank up a little bit more, like Medallion sounds better. Force Staff always a better item choice, I would say.
Yeah, Medallion doesn't seem to be getting a fair shake.
Yeah, we do see some Solar Crest if there's really heavy on physical damage, because it got slight buff in the previous patch. Nothing too significant, but it's usable now.
Yeah, so we'll see if more heroes kind of want to build it, but it has been an item that has just not been seen much. Blink Dagger for Pichu, and there's that Hurricane Pike for Bobica. So no surprise there that he picks that up. He's going into the Hex next. I like this more. I feel like Bobica, after that one game where he went like Ags and all the damage, and then they ended up losing, especially with the shift in Aster and their performances, it's so much wiser to have a little bit more control, go to the Hex, and
he also understands that they are very limited on the control that they have. XWY, he just swashbuckled in, but has E on disc.
Yeah, he's got the A on disc. He's going to be able to survive for a little bit longer. They go to the BKBs on the side of IG. They get the Doom out. It's through in a dust. The right clicks in with the Walrus Punch. The Snowball holding in, and eventually will stun him. They'll get the kill, but the Requiem in death as well as the Sonic Wave coming through from Emo. He'll take out Pichu. They've lost us. They've lost QIQX.
Oh,
but
no,
from the high ground, the damage from this Enchantress, he'll still die. They've got the trap, the Echo Slam right on top of XXS as well as the Fisher that lands on it too. They get the kill there into the Doom. But the right-click damage from Monet is just too much for him to handle as XWY gets the kill on a PYW, and it's a 4 for 3.
Every single time XXS dooms Shadow Fiend, he doesn't get the BKB off, doesn't get the Requiem. And it was a nice player from Pichu with the Snowball. He did not allow Queen of Pain to use Sonic Wave. Instead, he held that Snowball for a long time, did not want to be pushed back like two of them. They get a kill with no Requiem, but they also kind of, I'm not going to say lack control because there's still Earthshaker, but Earthshaker also had a really late entrance to a fight.
Yeah, Fisher here, PYW kind of looking for the right opening. Dust is already doomed, so he's pretty much dead to rights. He gets a Requiem off in death. And Emo, once the BKB wears off, well, he's vulnerable to this. Bobica just doing
with
so
the
much
Hurricane
damage.
Pike actually gets a couple of those extra impetus shots. He dealt like, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 damage in that fight on Enchantress. PYW still gets the kill, uses full combo. But now things are looking grim for IG. If this keeps happening, maybe Shadow, like I see him going for Scotty.
See the damage numbers, sorry. I gave a little chuckle because he's got 17,400. That's more than anybody on IG.
Yeah, it's it always
Right?
is like that with the Enchantress. I see that Shadowfin does have Ultimate Orb and Scotty in his quick Y. Maybe Lincoln Sphere might be needed because he's playing into Heaven's Halberd and Doom.
Hookshot connects, Rolling Thunder. That's not going to go off, though, because they've got the cogs. They'll get the kill on a Bobica. That's a good amount of damage taken out of the fight for Aster as Shards just blocking in QIQX, but they're not going to go. Aster, knowing that they've lost Bobica, just backing off for now, and Roche might, you know, in their eyes, might be respawning soon. We know that it's going to be up in 10 seconds. However, they can't risk giving up more if they don't know when Roche is going to come in, and it was close to the full timer.
Maybe if Dusk can try to fake. Oh, here it comes inside the Roche pit.
Oh, Fissure stopping the Rolling Thunder. They'll go in, Aeon Disc. That'll make sure he survives. Oh, Pichu blinking in, and now doesn't really have help. BKB early from Dust. They get the Q on a QIQX. That's Monet with the Desolator damage. The Rolling Thunder comes in under the Dust as well as the Infernal Blade. They have the control with the Hurricane to pull him over. They'll get the kill. They've got the Doom. It's on to Zhang Yu. The BKB's going to be popped by Emo. They got the Disarm on a Monet for a second. The Echo Slam on a Monet as well. The damage from Emo with the Sonic Wave. They'll get the kill to the Templar Assassin. XWI pulled in into the cogs, but the Walrus Punch from Pichu, the Fissure, and the Totem with that shard trying to get some extra control from PYW, but they get the kill again on the QIQX, and Emo's in trouble. Hurricane again, pulling him back. He'll blink away behind the shards and TP out successfully.
Blink Dagger is available. He'll get out. QIQX buys back, like he gets dismantled in a fight. One shot, I think one hit actually from Templar Assassin because of that Daedalus. 20 Deso charges, Enchanted Quiver. So many good plays. XXS, this is the second time that he pulls Hurricane. Like, he pulls a hero when it towards to them. And this doesn't seem like it's going to be a contest from IG. It's being pinged out. But it seems like maybe they could try something. PYW is there. Still thinking about maybe with the Fisher. Does have Ogre Seal Totem. Needs some kind of a backup.
Yeah, he's got the shard too, so he's able to drop down those totems. He's going to blink into this one. He's got the totem. Age is going to be picked up by XWY. They have the Walrus Punch on a PYW. And the Fissure again, getting the kill on a Pichu and taking the Aegis out of their hands immediately. Bobica backing off. He doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. The Shadow Strike's on him. The totem again with the shard. Getting some lockdown on XWY. Going into the Rolling Thunder. The disarm's on to Emo. He is just going to watch as the TP just escaping.
Okay, so not too bad. Pango did pick up Shard, so has a Shard of his own. Gives Shard to Templar Assassin, which means the traps are going to silence, something that Timber doesn't like to play into. There's Earthshaker in the background, backlines, but PYW doing one hell of a job with those Fissures.
This totem with the shard and the extra control that he has with this shard that he got pretty early into the game has proven to be a little bit disruptive to Aster, but they still have themselves a 9,000 net worth lead. What's the plan for IG to get back in it?
Well, looking at some of the items that they have queued up, Queen of Pain just finished off Kaya Sanj, so no new items, no shard, no silences, maybe just a shard to have a bit more control in some of these fights. Shaker going for a BKB next. Timbersaw also going for a BKB. Heaven's Halberd is the big one. They need to somehow save Zhang Yu so he can get multiple rounds of his spells, maybe 2 usages of Yule Scepter, plus Heaven's Halberd on Templar Assassin. But they also, okay, I'm really glad that Shadowfin changed things up. I talked about him having Scotty queued up. Instead goes for that Linken's, so doesn't need to care about Doom.
Oh, Emo popping that illusion rune. So they go after the illusion for a second, but they find their eyes on PYW to get the kill onto the Earthshaker. Blink Dagger picked up for Monet. And obviously, it's probably a Swift Blink in his future at some point.
Because he's already jacked, 5 slotted with the shard.
Wraith
Level
Band.
23. Time to say goodbye to Wraith Band.
Oh. Doom. Every time it feels like it's on Zhang Yu. Blade Mail popped by the Clockwork, but it's really not doing anything. You've got the damage from Bobica, the Snowball, as well as the Shards. The Shards are perfect from Pichu, but the Sonic Wave pushing WY back as well as Pichu. They get the kill there onto the Tusk, but they take out Zhang Yu, and Emo just barely TPing out.
In the last couple of fights, IG is not there with the whole team. They need an extra hero. Imagine if there's a Requiem landing on 2-3 heroes, or if he lands like 2 raises, couple of right clicks from him. So Team Aster getting those easier fights. XXS, he got that level 20, minus 35 seconds on Doom cooldown, plus Octarine Core. Going into Refresher next, Boots of Travel. Things are gonna be even more difficult now. Like double Doom, 1 on Shadow Fiend, 1 on Queen of Pain. You take those 2 heroes out, their damage output is very, very limited.
Dust trying to get an Arcane Blink. It wouldn't be a bad start to fights if he can Arcane Blink in and Requiem.
You also have Earthshaker to set things up, so 1 Fissure, you blink in into Totem, you can delete heroes.
I guess the question becomes, would the Arcane Blink with Requiem be more than just a flash in the pan? Because if it's just a quick little, okay, fear, that's it, then it's not worth it, right? You need that follow-up. You need to be able to get these kills off that Requiem. It's a lot of gold needed to get this item, so it'll be a long time till he gets this. Like, he is nowhere near picking up this item. Like you said, PYW trying to get to BKB, so is Zhang Yu. He's got Halberd, and well, it hasn't seemed to be a problem for Monet. He's been able to output his damage pretty consistently. 13,000 net worth lead for Aster as IG wondering where their comeback lane is. Where can they put themselves as Pichu?
Ooh, that's a sneaky one.
Placing down a ward on the high ground.
Rocket did scout him, so
Maybe
they saw
understand.
him going backwards, so they know probably that there is a ward either behind the tier 2 tower or inside their base.
Nothing really doing yet from Aster. There's a long time left on Roche respawning. Team's pretty disconnected, but we'll see if there's a fight about soon, as they will find themselves QIQX.
That was ambitious.
Yeah, alone trying to take the outpost is a dangerous play.
Skeleton Warriors, look at them go.
A lot of damage onto that tower.
But now it's a 35-minute catapult wave, which means there's going to be 2 of them. Emo needs to kill them.
So are they going to group up, or are both teams potentially just waiting for Roche here?
I think they have another fight before Roche, because this is 2.5 minutes before the shortest spawn. With that double damage, with the Hex pickup now on Bobica, I think Aster looks for a fight.
Almost Swift Blink for Monet as well. Big item timings coming through for Aster.
Monet will pick up that double damage in the bottle. Swift Blink as well. This is gonna hurt. Monet might solo Clockwork dies to 1 hit with double damage on if he lands a crit.
QIQX. Cogs down. They know they have him dead. So no reason to use the Rolling Thunder or anything of the sort. Get themselves a singular pickoff. Back into the trees is Emo, and he's just trying to clean up the creep wave. Uh-oh. There's the Doom, and even with the BKB, this is a problem. I don't know if he gets out of this, as the Rolling Thunder comes in and bumps him up in the air multiple times. Infernal Blade and a kill on the Emo. He's dead for 85 with buyback.
He also loses the gem. XXS picks it up. Doom available again in 60 seconds. Things are starting to get ridiculous. Doom, late game, suddenly 5,000 gold on him. He just picked up Boots of Travel a minute ago.
Yeah, he wants this Refresher Orb. Doesn't want to wait to see if it's Refresher Shard in the next Roche, up in potentially a minute. With double damage, it's a slow, easy siege here for the side of Aster. They do glyph, but eventually Monet should break on through to the other side.
Still has that double damage up and running. These illusions are going to disappear immediately. I don't know if they want to commit. They could try to poke without Queen of Pain, 37 seconds, waiting. Maybe he wants to use buyback. But if he doesn't, seems like this is going to be a set of barracks. Monet still holding a BKB.
Blink Echo Slam.
He gets it.
Requiem going through, but what can they do with the snowball save? They've got the Sonic Wave as well as the Ogre Seal Totem from Pichu to try and get out. They get the kill to PYW. They have the control on the Emo. He's going to be silenced up. The right clicks from the Impetus. They'll take him out. That's 3 heroes that die, 2 use buyback, and well, Emo, oh boy, dead for 100 seconds. I don't know who really holds here for the side of IG anymore.
And this is going to be potential Roche respawn. Monet with the quick fingers gets that BKB off. And it's going to be 2.5 minutes, 5,000 damage by Monet in the previous fight.
So, long duration Roche again.
All right, Spell Prism as well on Doom. Refresher, Octarine, level 20 talent.
So Doom on a 72.6 second cooldown on my screen.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work.
I don't know if my screen did the math right or wrong.
It is. Slightly more than a minute.
So BKB picked up finally here for Zhangyu. But Infernal Blade, why not use the Doom QIQX? He's gonna die to the Meld Strike from Monet.
Pops the Refresher immediately, also 2-minute cooldown on it with all these CDR. This is gonna be the last tier 2 tower. And with those 2 deaths, back-to-back deaths on Queen of Pain, Emo, really struggling to find anything.
His game gets shut down. He's now the least farm core, close to what Bobica has in terms of net worth. Dust is gonna try and rat this out and go for the bottom set with the tier 3 pushing into the catapults. And he picks up Arcane Blink. Maybe this next fight has something to do with them and something for them.
They will need some big combo. Some Fisher into Totem, Arcane Blink, jump in, Requiem on 2, follow it up by Echo Slam. Looking at the buyback status, Monet has one, so does XWY. So these are the two big ones. Doom.
Ooh, Monet bought out on Scotty, so now he doesn't have it. Risky.
I think they understand how far ahead they are. Roshan did respawn. Never mind, not on my screen yet. 25 seconds. On my screen, it said he's up.
Same. So they're holding the high ground. They'll 5-man smoke again here. IG really need an opening.
They have catapults in their base.
That's an issue. Might have to take care of that, or you're
So
gonna
they
lose
know
that
something
Rax.
is up. Right now, Aster will hold on to high ground. Bobica in a good spot, plants down Observer Ward, and is also ready to break the smoke.
Roche's Refresher Shard, they see that it's up on the side of Aster. They've got that trap in the pit. Emo, away from the team. Smoke gets broken, Fissure landing, now they go. They'll look for the Sonic Wave for a second, but there it is, thrown over onto Pichu to get the kill there onto the Tusk, but nothing more. They've got the Doom, it's onto the Queen of Pain, and now XXS moving in for more. QIQX, he dies, he's got buyback, and now they've got the Doom out of Dust. So he's trying to run with the Rolling Thunder and the Infernal Blade. That lands, Swashbuckle bashing him up. Monet comes in, they call the GG, and Aster will take game number 1.
Yeah, looked really good for IG. First 15, maybe even 20 minutes, but then they chose a couple of bad fights. Aster, they kept farming. Bobica, like he